Hi, good
How are
evening.
you? Good
I'm
evening.
good. I'm good. How are you?
I'm good. I'm good.
Okay.
So apparently, someone complained about.
I'm not the one. No, actually, I was looking for your time slot and I wasn't able to see, so I was communicated with Clappingo team because last time in the last session I feel now that I messed up a lot. Despite you were correcting me, I
You
I
made a lot of mistakes and you wanted to recover. You wanted to make it up.
I made lots of mistakes, and as also I couldn't finish my story.
Yes, please finish your story.
Yeah, so I feel like I left. I have left something unfinished.
So you can finish it now. Please tell me.
Yes, yeah. So as I told you that I was sleeping in my room alone, and suddenly I heard a sound that was exactly the sound of radio flicker. Okay, and the radio was off at that time. So I was scared, and after some time the sound stopped, and then I showed some courage and went to my brother's room, and
You woke him up. You told him to come sleep
yes,
with you.
because
Yeah, I remember.
that is the place I want to correct myself. So I try to pay more attention.
Okay, please. Sorry. I'm so sorry I interrupted you. Go on.
Yeah. So I told him that I'm scared, and
Yes.
I heard a sound which was exactly the sound of radio flicker. So please come in my room and sleep here.
Yes,
Correct?
that's perfect. Yes.
Correct? Okay.
Yes.
Okay. So yeah. So then he came in my room, and we again started try to sleep. Yeah.
We tried to sleep. Don't say against started. We just tried to sleep.
Yeah. We tried to sleep, and after a while again I heard the same sound, and again I was scared, and at that and that was the time my brother also scared to heard that sound.
He
But
also got scared because he heard the sound.
okay, he also got scared.
Got scared because he heard the sound.
Yeah, because he heard the sound, but he was sleepy, so he did not pay attention anymore, and he told me also that just try to sleep.
Ignore it, yeah.
Yes, but I was scared, and so I don't have an option. So I was again trying to sleep.
Yeah.
Yeah, but story is not over here. But again, after some time, we both have heard. Is it?
Heard. Both of us heard that sound again.
We both heard the same sound again, and I was completely freeze at that time. But my
Frozen.
brother, frozen. Sorry, I was frozen. But my brother showed some courage and try to find out what is going on.
He wanted to investigate the sound.
Yeah, he wanted to investigate the sound, and he just turned on the all lights, and um, he started uh, looking into the radio. Is it correct?
So he turned on all the lights and then he started looking into around. What was he doing?
Okay. Yes, purposely, because the sound was coming from radio.
From the radio. Okay.
From
So he
the
was
radio.
looking in the radio. He was looking at the radio.
Okay, he was looking at the radio.
Trying to find the source of the sound.
Yes. Then he noticed that there was a small old wooden plank placed to the wall,
Okay.
and the radio was placed on that wooden plank.
Okay.
Yes. And in that wooden plank, there was a small hole, and sound was still coming. So we found that the sound was coming from that hole. So we took a small, thin wooden stick and खुरचने को क्या बोलते हैं? We खुरचने लगे.
Scratching? Yeah.
Scratching, yes. We started scratching there, isn't it? यही है.
I don't know what you did, so I can't correct you.
मतलब हम लकड़ी से खुरच के देखने लगे कि उसके अंदर क्या है, उस होल के अंदर.
Oh, okay. So we started digging into the hole to see what was in there.
We started digging into the hole to see what was there. What is there?
What was in there?
What was in there? Yes. So there was some insects in that hole, and the voice.
Was it one insect or like plural, singular or plural?
Plural.
There were some insects.
Okay, yes. There were some insects, and the sound or the voice is, I think, correct.
No, voice is for humans.
Okay.
Sound.
So the sound was coming from them.
Unless the insect was talking, in which case that is very scary. Was the insect talking to you?
No, but I feel that insect is also live animal, live. So,
Living beings.
Yes, living being.
Yes, but they don't see. The thing about voice is, you can say that the voice of that monkey is really loud because he's speaking, right? He's making a noise from his mouth. Now, sometimes insects make noise by rubbing their wings together. Sometimes they make noise by rubbing their hands together, like beetles do that. Grasshoppers make noise by rubbing their back or something like that. I'm not really sure, right?
Okay.
So we can't really say that it's a voice, right?
Okay.
Now, the reason why we say frogs croak, right? Because frogs don't talk. The only noise you hear is when they make that thing. They croak, basically. They breathe in and they breathe out, like from their throat, right? And we hear the vibrations. We hear the, I don't know, I'm not going to make that noise.
So
But you
instead
know
of saying voice from frog, we need to say sound from frog?
No, we generally say the frog was croaking.
Croaking.
A frog croaks.
But if someone don't know what is the exactly word of frog sound, and in a general way, anybody want to talk
You
like
can say the noise is coming from the frog. You can say that the frog is making some noise. The frog is being loud. You can say a lot of things, honestly, because that is the magic of English. Like, the vocabulary is so vast. You can say the same sentence in 10 different ways, right?
yes,
Uh, so,
it is magic for you, but for us it is.
I know. I'm sorry. Yeah, I realize that.
No,
But that
I'm
is
just
why we are
kidding.
here to. That is why we are here to explain it to you that it can work in that.
Yes. So yeah, that was a story, and we finally found the reason behind that sound, and I felt at that time like I breathed with a relief.
I took a sigh of relief, or I took a breath, right?
Breath.
Wait, no, I'm
राहत की सांस लेना. What is
I know. See, you're translating from Hindi to English again. Don't. It has nothing to do with breathing. It has to be a sigh of relief. I took a sigh of relief, or I was so relieved.
Okay, I took a sigh of relief.
Yeah, or I was so relieved.
Yeah, I was so relieved. Because means it happens with a lot of people. We scared to hear some sound. We get scared to hear some sound, and we don't even
hear some sound.
When we hear some sound, and we don't even try to find out behind the reason, and we are
the reason behind it.
Reason behind
it sound.
Okay.
Yeah.
So this was the horrible or horrible story for me at that time. But now I
Don't
laugh.
say horrible, try saying scary. It was a scary story
Scary.
for me.
Okay, it was scary story for me. But now, when I recall it, I laugh at it.
Yeah. So there's a good word you can use over here. You can say that this was a scary story for me, but once I debunked it, it became funny. So debunked, yes, debunked basically means to find the source of something. Okay, so let's say someone says, "Oh, don't go into that house; it's haunted," right? Because we keep hearing sounds, or we keep hearing glass breaking, or we keep hearing people screaming, right?
Yes.
So I'll come and say, that's bullshit. I'm just gonna go check it. You guys are just being paranoid. You guys are just scared. That's why you're not going to check it. I'm going to go debunk it. Debunk basically means trying to find the origin or the reason behind something, right? So
Could
you
you
thought it was
spell-
coming from the radio.
Yeah.
Debunk. DEBUNK.
DEBUNK.
Yes,
Debunk. Okay.
debunk. Yeah. So I can say that I've debunked the mystery. That means I've solved the mystery. I have the reason of, I have the source of the sound, or I have the reason behind whatever is happening. Right? So when you look at any paranormal movie, right? Anything that's scary, they always try to say that did anyone debunk that mystery?
Okay.
Like, did anyone solve it? Did anyone find out the actual reason behind it? Now, glass can be breaking because the window's open and the wind keeps, moving the window, and the glass keeps breaking. Noises, like you said, like you've experienced, can be from anywhere. It can be from an insect. It can be from a broken plank, where a stream of like the sound of wind whistling. Right.
Okay.
So there are times where what is whistling? When you just keep your lips together and you blow, right? Right.
Okay.
So
Okay.
that happens even when there is a small like crevice or a gap in a window. There's only a small gap in the window and there's wind trying to go through it.
Yes.
It might whistle, right? So people might think, oh my god, someone's whistling, and then they might get scared. But someone has to debunk it by saying, just open the window, you'll know that there is no whistling. It's just the wind trying to get out or making a noise.
Okay.
So that is how we debunk a situation.
Okay. And one more thing I want to ask, like in all this story, I get stuck somewhere in one place. Like I want to say I thought, okay, at that time I thought that radio is off. क्योंकि मैं सोच रही थी उस समय, तो मैं क्या सोचूंगी कि अभी रेडियो तो बंद है, तो मुझे कैसे
Right.
बोलना चाहिए उसे रेडियो इज
Because
ऑफ.
see, the thing is, when you're thinking, you don't have to say it like that. If the sentence was, I was lying down in bed and I could hear the radio make some sound, and I said to myself, no, the radio is off. I switched it off. And I said to myself, and I thought to myself. Two different things. When you think to yourself, you don't have to quote yourself.
Okay.
When you're saying or when you're telling someone something, I told my brother, hey, can you shut up? Or hey, can you come help me? Right? You're saying it. You're just repeating what you said. When you're thinking, you can say, well, at that time I thought to myself, wow, I had shut the radio. I don't know why the noise is there. It's a little scary that I had shut the radio. When it comes to thought, you don't have to worry about that. Say, tell, I mentioned to him that, hey, I'm going to be out for the day. These are words where you tell the other person that I'm conveying that information, and at that point, I'm going to convey the same information to you.
Okay.
Did I confuse you? I'm sorry.
No. Actually, since I have been learning English, that is the biggest problem with me. Means earlier I translate Hindi to English, and I was always stuck in this kind of situation.
But you're still doing that. I can see it. I can see you still do it.
Yes, that. I think it will take time to, because now I'm aware. So
Yes.
I think
Again, you use a sentence where you say earlier I translate from Hindi to English. What you're
Earlier
supposed to say is,
Yes.
say, correct yourself, go ahead.
Okay. I translated. I don't think so.
Earlier, I used to translate from Hindi to English.
Okay. Earlier, I used to translate. Still, I'm doing the same.
But that is the sentence you use, so I'm correcting that sentence.
Okay.
So if you want to correct that correction, you will say that since I have been translating from Hindi to English for a while now.
Okay.
Right? And I want to change that habit, or I want to make sure I improve on that aspect of my English.
Yes.
Does that make sense?
Yes.
Awesome.
Yeah.
So do you have any other questions for me?
Yeah, I was searching for the word jhilmilahat in English. So do you have any other word for that? Flicker.
I don't know what it means in Hindi also.
You don't know? झिलमिलाहट की आवाज रेडियो झिलमिलाता है.
From context, I can imagine what it is, but I don't know the definition. This is what I think it is, okay? Jilmilahat means between two radio channels, that static noise that comes. That is what you're saying, right?
Yes.
Right. So that is called tuning.
What?
Tuning.
Tuning.
Yes, tuning, tuning. So that is why we always say, for more information, tune into our channel, right? Because it means tune, but then stop where we are, like. Because on the radio it used to be numbers, right? So there are lots of sentences that we used to use, but now we are still using it. Like, hey, can you roll down the window? This statement has come from old cars where we used to roll down the windows. Now we don't have rolling windows, we have buttons. We don't say, can you button down the window? We still say, can you roll down the window, right? So this is tuning in. Hey, can you tune into 93.5 please? Right? So
I got you in this term. Like we switched to one tune to another tune.
From one channel to another channel. Yes.
Another channel, but certain time there is means in radio. If there is a no internet or no waves,
signal.
I don't know signal. Yeah. So radio is not playing properly.
That noise, that is called static.
Yes.